I didn't try it on when they handed it to me, which if I would have told them it's too small, I don't know what they would have done.
I don't know if they would have had a bigger size or not, but I mean, that what they gave you must have been maybe like a kid's size or something. Yeah, bummer.
Yeah, but I guess it worked for the little bit of time I wore Marvelous, but I couldn't wear them because the wig was so tight on my head. It was giving me such a headache.
Yeah, well, I mean, even though the wig you bought wasn't as good as your original, you were still a lot better than the other Marvelous, but that's for Saturday.
Yeah, we'll get to Saturday. And the only other thing I think we did on Friday was we ordered pizza, ate with the girls, and there wasn't a rave or nothing on Friday. Oh, there was?
Well, there was, but we didn't go to it.
Yeah, Bo was the real rave master.
Yeah, I went as I had glow sticks and everything. Had a blast. Stayed out till about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, because that's how he rolls.
So he rolls. He rolls over.
Fire truck. Going to help the guys. Help the squirrels. It's the Beat Ouroboros.
Squirrel. Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
That's for you, Alex. Bonnie-chan. But,
Alright, so next,
Saturday we get up and go pick up, well, we got my wig. We don our Gokaiger gear. And since we got time before the 12 o'clock Tokusatsu photo shoot, we go kind of pal around the dealer's room, and then we run into the other Marvelous. Which, Red, I'll let you talk about the other Marvelous, since you can be
biased about it?
Yeah.
Because we all know what you think of him.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with his crew. Of the 5 people, of the 5 Gokaigers, he had, it was him as Red, as Marvelous, and then there was another Joe and another Don. The Joe and the Don being friends of our Joe and Don and Luca, who are all right. Don was probably the only one really worth having a conversation with. She was pretty much the nicest.
She was pretty friendly. Like, I've seen her. Yeah, she gave Bo jerky. I've seen them at other cons before, and I've talked to them before, but this is the first time I really talked to her. And she was very nice. She was very polite.
Yeah, and she had a really good Don.
She even had the steering wheels on it.
A little steampunk thing going on there. Yeah, so very good Don. Aaron was a little intimidated by her Don, but you know, all things considered, they were both really, really good Dons. So thumbs up to both of you. Then there's the Joe. The looks not bad. I obviously, but just I didn't mind her looks. She had the look good going down, but her personality was just sort of bleh. She rarely talked, and when she did, it didn't really make much sense what she was saying. I don't know.
And then there is Marvelous.
Then we get to the big boss. No pun. Well, slight pun intended. Bit of a bigger guy. Wig was. Well, we just talked about how he left his original wig at home, which was much better than the new wig he bought at the con.
Much cheaper too.
The new wig that he bought was still twice as good as this guy's wig. So his original Marvelous is 4 times better than this guy's all around. I mean,
4 times better, 3 times faster,
and 5 times smaller.
It's the LTE version.
He wasn't that big. I'm just busting his chops.
Accessory-wise, he had a Mobiritz, a treasure chest, a foam sword, and a foam gun.
Did we see the flag?
Oh no, and he had a flag. I would have fucking stole that flag. That was a nice flag.
That was a very nice flag. That really helped them out. But it seemed like he was carrying all the accessories, honestly. Like, I think, like, aside from a little, like, when we first saw him, he had the gun, the sword, like, I guess Joe was carrying the flag.
Yeah.
But he was pretty much carrying everything by himself, which is like...
what annoyed me was...
his personality, it came off a little douchey. Like, we ran into him about 3 or 4 times in the
It seemed like
dealer's
he
room.
was following us.
Maybe.
Because he came down they came down the same road that we were on twice.
But I mean, like, I don't think they were. It's just one room. I think it was just coincidence. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. But every time we came up to him, or every time we saw each other, just made any kind of eye contact, he would come up to us and say some sort of one line or do something, just try and like show us up, like, you know, like, I'm so badass kind of thing, you know. I'm the real Marvelous kind of thing, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm so badass.
And Red told me this, that why I might be so annoyed is because there's never any competition for me when I do Toku cosplay.
Yeah, so the Toku is definitely the minority in an anime convention, and seeing another Toku cosplayer is rare enough, but seeing someone doing the same Toku as you, that's just like almost I want to say once in a lifetime, but that's probably being a little much.
Well, I mean, I saw a few other shows before, but
I mean, like, you know, you rarely get a second person dressed as the same thing when you're doing Toku. So, I mean, this being your first time having any even slight bit of competition, I can see why, you know, it's a little annoyed. But that's the second group of Gokaiger, and not bad, but we're better. My head's a little big right now, so.
We're Bosco approves.
Yeah, we had our Bosco with us too, who made a damn
good Bosco.
He's so modest.
From the dealers. Bosco! From there, we went to the actual photo shoot, and by then the girls were, well, not Melissa, but I think Aaron and Corey were a little kind of dragging on, but that was because they wanted to change into Avatar. So it was like, we waited a while for it to start, and then once we came to the realization, fuck, this is all it is.
Yeah, we got there about half an hour early, just because we were bored, and there was a Green Ranger cosplayer who already was there.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that on Friday.
Yeah, I was just about to get back to that. When I was dressed up as Putty Patrol on Friday, I ran into that same Green Ranger cosplayer, and we got some very good pictures of that.
And he was so chill.
He was so cool, very cool. If you're watching this, Facebook me, because you're cool. I want to party with you.
I want to party with that Tommy. I want to see. Hiya!
Exactly.
But compared to most Rangers I meet at conventions, this guy was like damn chill. He was pretty cool. And then once he realized that Red was the putty, he like almost lifted him up off the ground, hugging him.
Yeah, I honestly did not expect that, but I was like, okay, you're cool, so I'll get back. You know, you're cool. I don't do this for everyone, so. Exactly.
Oh, I forgot what else we did. We almost did the Hall cosplays Gokaiger.
Yeah, we almost did, but
because so much of our stuff is bought in regular clothes.
But yeah, pretty much half of us didn't make our stuff. We just bought it. The only one that really made anything was you, Bosco, and they wouldn't have known.
They would have known.
If it was just you, they wouldn't have known anything.
But during this time too, we also got our pictures taken by that cosplay photographer Bongo, and that was cool. That's the first time I've ever met that guy and got my photo taken by him.
Yeah, I want to see those pictures. He has a really good camera, so I'm sure they came out fantastic.
Yeah. But back to the Toku photo shoot.
So it's pretty. Oh yeah, he brought like a bunch of keys. How can I hold out these keys? So we're there about half an hour early, and about 15 minutes into us being early, Green Ranger has already been there, like, what, even before we got there. And then the second Gokaiger group comes up there, and we do a couple pics here and there. And then 12 o'clock comes around, and we realize it's just all 10 of these people, and that's all it's gonna be.
That's all it's coming. It's like half the group is us. I was like, you know, if I would have known this, I would have just fucking had us all go somewhere, do our own photo shoot, and then they could have just changed back so fast.
Yeah, that was the best part of that photo shoot was getting pics with the Green Ranger, honestly.
Or using their flag.
And we got to use their flags for some very good group pictures, which I was very happy with.
And I really liked how the girls, what they did. I mean, Corey made a great Aim.
Very great Aim.
Aaron made a great Don.
Very great Don.
And Melissa made a great Luca.
Very great Luca.
And it was funny. I noticed that Marvelous kept fucking eyeing Melissa.
You did too?
Yeah.
That's kind of...
I know, and then he like came and put in like, kind of did the whole, kind of just rest your arms on both of the girls.
Yeah, he came off a bit of a creep
for someone who's married and has a kid.
Really?
Yeah, he's married and has a kid. In fact, he's a year younger than me.
You see what's happening here? My mind just got blown.
La blown.
Maybe he has the mind.
But so we quickly finish up, and then to surprise, Melissa went to find June to bring her to Corey.
That's right. I haven't seen June in such a long time. It was good seeing her.
Yeah, it was nicer. Like the last few times I've been around June, we weren't really that familiar, and she wasn't really like in a position to like just sit and chill and talk. But this time we got to chill and talk with her, and it was really nice. Like Judy's a little firecracker, that girl.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is.
That girl.
But so everybody goes back up. They change into Avatar. I change out of Marvelous into normal clothes because I'm like, fuck this wig. So we go down and they meet Ren, Lonnie, Elizabeth, and all them for photos, and kind of just taking big group photos in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, apparently they wanted to walk around for a bit, but I mean seriously, we're all dressed up we have a giant group. Half of us have all of us have outstanding, fantastic cosplays, and you think we're just gonna walk around? No, we're gonna get stopped every 10 feet and stay in the same pose every 5 minutes because one person's gonna want a picture, and then when we get posed, 10 other people are gonna come with cameras.
Yeah, and I was the only one not in cosplay, so I was like just designated cameraman.
Exactly.
Eventually we moved down to the spot by the dealer's room that's in front of Wolfgang Puck's restaurant, and it has a really nice area. And I start taking photos, and everybody decides to just fucking photobomb the entire back. And I'm like, guys, come on, really? And then out of nowhere, this other group of Avatar cosplayers shows up.
Oh yeah.
With
the really good Sailor Jupiter we talked about at Acon was in that group. She was the
Fire Nation Katara. There's a Fire Nation Katara, Fire Nation Toph, Fire Nation Sokka, and Fire Nation Aang. Which the Aang was cool.
That was a really good Aang.
And he was short, or she was short.
I want to say it's a she.
Yeah, she was short.
She was very short.
She was short.
Short is good on Aang. Short is good on Aang.
But so we started taking photos. Well, I started taking photos of them, and other people showed up. But I got some good shots. And then we ran into somebody that Melissa knows, who's a camera guy. I don't know idea who the hell the guy is. And then we ended up going outside and taking some photos, but what annoyed me was the guy wasn't giving me enough time to get shots, so I had to literally be like, because my camera is kind of slow.
Yeah, he had one of those professional cameras, and he could take like 5 pictures in 2 seconds, whereas his camera is more like a picture in 3 seconds sort of thing.
It's more like 1 picture in 7 or 10 seconds.